My name is Lena Canyon, and I've been wearing my hair natural for 5 years. I was inspired by my own natural hair journey to do this short film in hopes to inspire other women and young girls to exude confidence by embracing their melanin, rocking their natural, and wearing that crown.
Just run that water in it, okay? Because your hair is, I'm telling you, you gonna put this perm in your hair and you're not gonna be able to put it in there no more for another, 4 to 5 weeks. So you gotta work it on in there now. Just be concerned about your hair. My hair's gonna fall out my head. No, it's not. I'm gonna be bald headed. No, you're not. Chelsea, come on. You watching my nose. But Chelsea, you watching too much of the perm out of it. You watching too much of the perm out of it there. Come on, them perm get hurt too bad. Where's the water? What? Where's the water? What did you do? Chelsea, it's gonna be okay. I gotta work it, Chelsea. I gotta work it. I gotta work it. I gotta work it. I gotta work it now. Chelsea, you gotta, you take it like a woman. You take it like a woman. You said you wanted to do it, damn it. Goddamn it, you gonna put this perm in your hair. You said you wanted it.
Hi, my name is Brandy, and I am a natural black girl. What does that mean? That means that I try my hardest not to put anything that's chemical based in my hair that's gonna last for a long time. Meaning, looking like pastelians.
So what does it mean looking like a pastelian?
The European standard of beauty, which is like white women, straight hair type thing. I decided to go natural when I kept on combing my hair into the garbage can. Being a natural woman is a hard road. You have to be very comfortable within yourself, and you have to love yourself and accept yourself for whatever pops out the pores of your head.
What's your name?
Deneen.
And how long have you been natural?
I'm supposed to know the answer to that, huh? So I started growing locks in 2002, 3, something like that. And then I had locks until 2014 when I cut them all off and I had this much hair. That was just 3 years ago.
What made you cut your locks off?
It was a huge transition in my life. I had just quit my job. I was taking a year off and traveling around and doing whatever I was doing. And I felt heavy with my locks, and I felt like I'd had them for so long, and it just sort of felt like there was old energy in my hair that had to go. And I had been thinking about it for a long time, and then suddenly it was like, they have to go, like this week they have to go, and then I got them cut.
Hello everyone, my name is Marissa Mitchell from San Diego originally, and just to talk a little bit about my natural hair, I've kind of gone on and off my lifetime doing that, but I recently, in the last about 2 years to 3 years, I've been going back to all natural hair. And last night I twisted my hair. With my hair it's really, really curly, so I have to do smaller twists until it gets longer. I use a lot of natural products, just hair and oil, and just letting it grow naturally, doing just shampoo and conditioner probably every 2 weeks or so. And there's like lots of different styles you can do. Right now it's just kind of the twist so that my hair can eventually, so it doesn't mat and get all dreadlocky, and then it also just gives it a cute hairstyle.
So being a natural woman, you have some black men, for instance, which is, crazy, who absolutely love like the natural black women, meaning, like kinky hair or twists, lock, all that type of stuff. But then you also have the black man who wants your hair straight because they've been programmed, you know, to like the Nicki Minaj's with the wigs and such things. Like that's the standard of beauty or whatever. But I, you know, through my journey through this natural, you know, life, a lot of Pastelians, Asians, and Latinos like the fact that I'm a natural woman, and they tell me this all the time, like, I like the fact that you wear your hair like that because it's a very beautiful, you know, way to be. And I appreciate that from them because it's really hard, because waking up in the morning and like barely putting a comb through your stuff, and you want to wear a dress but your stuff is bucking over here, you can't get into the swimming pool because you know your stuff is going to shrivel up, and then the chlorine going to shrivel it up like this, and then you can't brush it out. We don't have the life that, you know, people with real straight hair have.
Have you ever gotten a relaxer before?
Yes, when I was a kid and an adult, all through, let's see, middle school, high school, through my, when did I grow my locks? Yeah, I guess 2002, 2003. So I was, you know, late 20s then. So for most of my childhood and early adult life, I had a relaxer.
Well, I wanted to perm when I was young, like under 10, like maybe 7, 8 or whatever. I lived in Mountain View, California, which was at that time, it was a whole bunch of Indians and shit, okay? It was just white people. Silicon Valley, so all my friends were white, the TV was white, and so I wanted to do what my little white friends were doing. They had braces. I told my mom I wanted braces and my hair straight.
I think the first time I've ever really gotten perms was because when I was younger I had such thick hair my dad didn't know what to do with it, so I just grew up getting perms and I thought that that was the thing. I didn't grow up with my mom, so I grew up with my dad, and so he didn't really know how to do my hair, and he had girlfriends who would braid my hair, but there was a time when he wasn't dating anyone, so no one was doing my hair for me. So to make it easier for me, he decided to like always perm my hair, and so we'd always do that. And I didn't really know how to take care of all natural hair, but now that I'm older, I've studied and learned how to take care of my hair in an all natural way. So I've done a lot of perms most of my life, and I feel like that has kind of hindered the growth of my hair, but that's not a bad thing. I still have time to like grow it out, and it's still really, really healthy. But since my hair has been so thick my whole life, I think I opted to just doing it permed, so I wouldn't have to deal with just how thick and crazy it could be. And going through school and life, I was just like, it's easier to perm it and then not have to deal with it and just do a cute hairstyle. But now that I'm older, like I said, I like more of the all-natural look, and I was like, I should be all-natural all around.
Can you explain what the process felt like when you were getting a relaxer?
Yeah, I just remember the whole thing of like the longer it sits in, the straighter your hair gets and the better that is. And so the burn being bad but good all at the same time, and how long can you sort of withstand the burn. And I, you know, did that for years, and ultimately that's when I decided, like, that's ridiculous. That's the stupidest thing ever. It's literally burning your scalp. That's insane. Why am I burning my scalp once a month or however often that was happening? And that was the start of my transition to locks, was just the reality that that was happening and what that actually meant. But for most of all those years prior, it wasn't a bad thing in the way that I understood it to be much later.
With being natural, do you think it kind of affected you in like the dating world or anything? Like, has it enhanced dating? Has it decreased dating? Like, what's your opinion on your outlook on that being natural?
Well, I can say with my first boyfriend that I thought I was in love with, but now, you know, when I look back on it, that was some... Anyways, that's not for y'all. But as far as my first boyfriend, he would be one of those people that I had said earlier, like, why you ain't getting your hair done, blah, 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 the standard of beauty. And I told him, like, I'm comfortable within myself and in my skin, and you're not going to make me feel any different about it. And if you don't, excuse my language, don't fuck with me. I don't know what to tell you. Everyone else that I have dated, they've been absolutely perfectly okay with it. It has not been an issue. But I can say, and like I said, I'm a cultural dater. Like, I don't just date black men. I date whatever. It doesn't even matter. So, you know, with that, me personally, I have not had a, you know, problem with finding people who like me for who or what I am.
I don't know that my hair has ever been like a topic of conversation in dating in that way. So so I don't know. I don't know. What's interesting is I'm thinking about my brother, who had a very stark reaction when I cut my hair. I saw him the very next day, and he lives in Florida, and he kind of just lost it, right, and was not happy with it. And so I think I have less so from dating and from guys, but definitely from my family and the men in my family. Even as a kid, if I cut my hair, I was not. My brother would give me a hard time about it, and other men in my family would give me a hard time. Men, by men I mean cousins and boys, right, my age, would give me a hard time about cutting my hair. So it needed to be long, it needed to be straight, right, as a kid for sure. But then I had locks, and no one criticized those. That was fine. But then when I cut my hair all off, my brother kind of lost it. My brother backed it up, but my brother kind of lost it. So that's actually who comes to mind immediately. You know, just in the context of gender playing out, right, and that. But no, I can't think of anything in the dating realm.
I feel like it's never really been an issue. I think most of the guys I've ever been with, they like the natural hair of mine just because it's softer, and also like I wear it a little more wild than I would with like a permed hair. When I did permed hair, it was always slicked black and just always back because I didn't want it in my way. So like right now, it's like as I'm undoing it, I feel more comfortable wearing it like without anything in it. So I think they prefer that, and like most people have told me, like since I do mostly all natural, that I should just let my hair be all natural, especially with dating too. Like they like the softness of my all natural hair, so they're very supportive of it. And then they're kind of supportive of any hairstyle. When I've had it permed, I usually would do like a 50s or some kind of like really cute updo kind of twist, just because that's my style. I like it very classic but simple, so like simply elegant. But I've never really had any issues of anyone like judging me because of my hairstyle. But also that's my personality. They ain't really gonna do that to me. So just to be honest, it ain't like that, boo-boo.
So why do you think us as black women tend to invest in so many different hair products?
Because we're trying to find something that works for us. Our hair is not white. We can't wash it, shake it, and go. We don't have that life. So to make it a little bit more easy to our life, we find product. And what tends to happen is we build like this because a lot of things work, a lot of things don't work. We end up spending a lot of money because we bounce from product to product. You know what I mean? Trying to find the holy grail of hair product. Different women, black women, spend different money signs. That means 1 sign, 3 signs, 4 signs. If you go to the salon once a month, you're spending coins. Okay, me, I only go to the salon when I gotta look good for something. Okay, because being a black woman, it could cost a lot of money going to the hair salon, and then you're in there for 18 hours. You make an appointment at 8 a.m. You ain't being seen until 5. But that's a whole nother story.
Okay, so what is all this stuff?
Why are you gonna say it like that? This stuff represents some of the things that I put in my hair. I don't put all this in my hair, but this is my oil situation over here. These are my essential oils, and these are my carrier oils. Yeah. So the oils I just pulled out are the ones that I use in my hair. So those other ones are for other things. And then I use this in my hair, and I use this in my hair. Their avocado oil is great oil for my hair. Probably other people like my hair. But I use it, I soak, so there's chamomile, the dried chamomile's in the closet still. But there's dried chamomile. So I put dried chamomile in a jar, pour the jar with avocado oil. It's kind of hard to see.
Can you unscrew maybe
this is a recycled jar, because it's better for the environment that way. Mm-hmm. You can see how can you see that? Mm-hmm. How the chamomile is just sitting in the oil, and then I will drain it.
So the shampoo and conditioner, I'm using the Smooth Moisture. So for dry and unruly hair, because that's kind of would describe my hair, is that it can get a little dry. It's not super dry, but it is a little unruly and wild. So I like to give it as much moisture as I possibly can. Like last night, what I did was each individual twist, I did a little bit of the spray. So it's a spray serum. So you can put that in your hair. So it's liquidy and kind of almost like a gel. And then you just kind of when I don't have the it twisted and I need to just update it, I'll just put a little bit of in my hair and work it around so that it gets all up in my hair and makes it really happy and looking healthy.
Okay, so I've been on this journey. This is the side that I actually like. I've realized that a lot of black hair products have olive oil in it, and so what I've been doing after I've been washing my hair is just putting straight up olive oil, really not no product or anything in that. This is also something that is basically apricot oil, which is actually really good. Sometimes I combine the olive oil with the apricot oil. Sometimes I just do 1 and 1. So I like these. It's just straight up oil from the earth. Okay.
Now I gotta ask this question because it's brewing. The question is brewing.
Okay, girl.
How is it that you only use 3 things in your hair? How does that how is that possible?
No, it's crazy. I know it's crazy, but girl, it's me being minimalist, and it keeps it really, really natural. I know it's crazy I only use 1 product, but I don't like to add a lot of stuff because I think that's been my problem in the past for not letting it grow. Is I've used so many different things and switched between so many different things, so I'm trying to keep it all natural. And even when I used to use hairspray, because like I said, I had my hair permed or I'd get it pressed, I had an all natural hairspray. So right now I'm trying to minimalize what I'm using in my hair so that I can see how it's growing, and it's much happier.
So do you prefer to make your own products instead of just like going to the store and buying it?
Well, as you see, I have a whole bunch here that are also from the store, so I do both. The goal would be to transition as greatly as possible to the to the homemade stuff. So what I buy from a store is I also make my own shampoo. So this is African black soap and water and oil. But this stuff right here, this stuff is the shit. It really is. This is the first bottle I've ever bought. So
okay, what is this?
I've used. Dark and Lovely. It has a stupid Walgreens thing on it. It's the Clumping Curl Clay Cleanser. So I just moved. I've been moving a lot lately. So I also have clay that I used to make and put in my hair. But with moving around and having to put it in storage, it was too complicated. So I just bought this because I know that what clay does is it both cleanses your hair when you wash it out, but it also, before that, it forces the curls to clump together, right? So it makes your hair curly. So I used to put clay in my hair and just would walk around the house for 30 minutes and then rinse it out. So when I saw this, I knew it would work, or had an idea that it would work, because I know how to do it naturally. And it's really the bomb. It's really great.
Okay, so what else do we have here? Like, what are these?
Okay, I was going to a hair salon to get my hair straightened, and I was like, bump that. I'm gonna learn how to do it myself. So this is actually an oven, which you can see some of my hair. I done fried some of it off and just left it there. Was lazy. You plug this up. It heats up. It says warning. Don't touch it because it's hot as hell. Okay, they have these in black salons. This is a flat iron. Okay, this is the type of stuff that I need. All right, now this normally is this color, but I let somebody, this is where I get ratchet, borrow my shit. I know this is an interview, but I just have to say this, and it was brand new, and she brought it back black as fuck. And I was pissed because this type of stuff is not cheap. I invested, and look, she even burnt the side, y'all. Disrespectful. But you know what? I'm gonna still use it. This is the holy mecca of black hair ever since slavery days.
The pressing comb, often used on black hair to straighten it, especially for special occasions. Growing up, I was taught that Madam C.J. Walker, an African-American entrepreneur and self-made millionaire, was the brains behind this straightening tool. But after doing some research, I discovered an African-American woman by the name of Annie Malone was the first to patent it, and also someone Miss Walker looked up to. Till this day, there is still a debate on who is the brains behind this popular straightening tool.
You put this in a stove, an oven, and usually it's a stove, but I don't have no mirror by my stove, so I got me an oven so I could do it right in my bathroom. You leave it there, you let it heat up, you take it out, you have to let it cool because if it's too hot, it will fry off your hair. Okay, I've seen it happen. You go psh, like this right here, combs it, but right here, this is what straightens it, okay? This right here is my blow dryer. Oops, okay, there you go. It comes with a few attachments. This is a cheap one. Oh, you see, and I brought this down on purpose. I be breaking these things, okay? There's teeth missing.
Why is it broken?
Because my hair is nappy.
Okay.
Basically, this is what we go through when you know you want a budget. You do shit yourself.
So in the end, if I could get rid of this and make flaxseed gel, and if I could get close to at least replacing this, that would be great. And then it's just conditioner. I don't know how to make conditioner. I'm not trying to learn anytime soon. Other than oil, I mean, I think when my hair is well moisturized, actually, I don't need the conditioner as much. So I have to get back to conditioning it with the oil. This is a lot of stuff. This makes me look kind of crazy.
How do you feel when people like touch your hair, or like what's that feeling that you get inside, like when people ask you all these like random questions about your hair?
I don't mind when people ask me questions about my hair, but if I don't know you like that, no offense, but don't be touching my hair, okay? It's like, don't touch a woman's due. Don't be touching someone's due. You don't know, but like, it depends on who you are. I don't mind people touching my hair, but I'm very particular about, like, I don't know where your hands have been. So like, my hair is my sacred space. Like, it's just that's my body is also my sacred thing. So like, I don't like necessarily when people touch my hair unless I've like said you can, or if you're a certain person, like, I don't mind you touching my hair, but it's so connected to me and just my spirituality that it's like, you know, ask first.
So, you know, it's really, really, really difficult, you know, to be a natural woman. Like, you know, I have people who are trying to make that transition into natural, and they come up to me and say, what did you do to go there? And I said, you got to be ugly as hell for a minute, you know what I mean? Because you're going through a transition period, and you just have to be okay with that. You can't care about what, you know, your man or your friends are saying, like, ooh, because what I hear a lot is, you ain't gonna get your hair done. Like, okay, why isn't this done to people? Okay, like, why is the Beyonce hairdo a done hairstyle? Like, why is that, like, why do I have to get my hair done, and why isn't it done? Like, maybe this is done to me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And they make us feel, you know, people will make us feel very, well, they'll try, depending on who you are, subconscious about, you know, how we look and feel. And then I think around 12 or 13, I realized I liked who I was as a black woman. But it took me a journey, and some people never are okay with their self. You know what I mean? I looked at myself and I was like, damn, I like me. But it took, I don't know what it took, but it was just a revelation of that.
If you had something to tell a young girl or a woman who is black, who is insecure about wearing their natural hair or just embracing their, you know, their culture, what type of message would you give them?
I would just say that I think we're our toughest critic, that we are the ones who judge ourselves a little bit more than we should, and I feel like it's much healthier later down the line for your hair to be all natural, and for you not to basically judge your hair and to like give it the right treatment and oils, which is partly your diet, it's partly like your thoughts about your hair, taking vitamins, but keep it all natural, because in the long term I feel like it looks more natural. It looks prettier when you keep your natural hair and your natural roots than trying to make it something else. And it's a really positive thing where I feel like more people, I guess for me, more people give you praise for rocking your all natural hair nowadays than they used to in the past. So it's something that's really healthy, I think, one, for your body and your mind to do now than to do something that's not natural. And then also it's like it helps you with your confidence. Not doing it, I feel like, puts you in a different kind of, in a mask. Be proud of where you're coming from and who you are, because that's what's most important for yourself.